Hey crafty friends, welcome to my workshop on how to assemble the fishing card. This is a Cascade type card that can be displayed after someone receives it. It's not actually a hard card to create, but it does have a lot of pieces to it and everything, so I wanted to create a video tutorial to show you how to make your own fishing card. So let's get started and I'll show you how to assemble it. Okay, to cut out the fishing card, we're going to go into Cricut Design Space and we're going to click on New Project and Blank Canvas. We're then going to click on Upload, Upload Image, and we're going to drag the fishing card SVG over. And then we're going to click on Continue and Upload. And as you can see, this project has a lot of pieces to it. So we're going to select the group and ungroup it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the group and we're going to select the line and change it to a score line. And then holding the shift key, I'm going to select both of these and attach them. That's one piece of your card. The other piece, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to change this to a score line. And then we're going to select both of these pieces and attach them. So we've got our card pieces with the score line attached. Next, if you want the back of the card to be blue like the front of the card, that's fine if you don't want to put a sentiment on it. If you do, then I would suggest changing this to white. And then I'm going to move these little fish out of the way. And these couple things. And then I would add a text box. And we want to change this to writing. And we want to go in here and I'm going to filter for free writing fonts. And I'm going to pick Life's a Party. And then I'm going to go out here and I'm going to type in life is a beach, go fishing. Now you can put whatever you want on the back of the card. You don't have to use what I use. I'm just going to readjust the size of the writing and then I'm going to select both of these and I'm going to attach. Let's see here. Make sure. Yeah, that is drawing. Okay. So we're going to get another text box. And we're going to move it over here. And we're going to, on this card, I'm actually going to make this a birthday card, not a Father's Day card. So I'm going to say happy birthday, if I can spell correctly. And then I'm going to resize this so that it fits on this bubble. It's a little bit smaller. There we go. So if it's on there and it's already selected as a pen, so we don't need to change that. So we're going to just go ahead and select both of these and attach. And then one more time I'm going to get a text box and I'm going to put on this one, love, Brett, oops, and Carla. And then I'm going to resize this down. And I'm going to, actually on this one I'm going to select both and center and then attach. So that's all the writing I'm putting on the card. Like I said, you don't have to put writing on the back. That's up to you. Once you have what you want written on the card, you are ready to click on Make. You can save the project, give it a name like fishing card. I'm not saving it this time. I'm going to hit Don't Save. And then in here, what I usually do is I change all these to 8.5 by 11 because I usually use 8.5 by 11 paper when I'm cutting out. So I'll go through and I'll change all these to 8.5 by 11. So once you have that done, you can click on Continue. And then for most of these, I use medium cardstock. The only one I want to say is a little bit different is the fish, because I used some cardstock from Michael's that is a shiny silver, and I actually had to set it at heavy cardstock and use my strong grip mat so that it would cut it out with all the details. So other than that, I used medium cardstock and all. So you can go ahead and load your cardstock on your mat, use a brayer to make sure it's adhered to the mat, and then cut out each piece of the card. Okay, we're going to assemble the fishing card. This is the first piece we're going to work on, and it has 2 panels, and you can tell which panels go to which card pieces because of the slits. So on this one will actually go here. So we're going to take some glue and put it on the back of the panel. I'm going to go down a little bit because this fish actually goes above the card piece. So I'm just going to go around here, put some glue on, and then we're going to turn this over, and we're going to bring in our card piece, and we're going to line this up at the bottom and make sure we get our slits lined up. And like I said, the top of this goes above the card, so that's why I didn't put glue on it. Now with the Cascade card, it folds a little differently than regular cards, so this piece actually folds this way. So we're going to fold it on the score line, because the panel for this side is actually going to go on the opposite side as this one, as you can see. And this one has a fish on it too. So I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm going to put glue on this piece. And we're going to line this up and press down. So while this is gluing, I'm going to set it aside, and we have another half of the Cascade card. And as you can see, this is the panel that goes on this side. So I'm going to put glue on the back of it. And then I'm going to line up the slits and the bottom of the card. I don't worry about the top of the card because this is going to go a little bit above, as you can see. And again, with this side of the Cascade card, you're going to want to fold this in on the score line because the panel for this side is actually going to go on this side. So we're going to turn this over and we're going to add this panel on. So we're going to set this aside, let it dry, and we're going to glue some other pieces together in the meantime. So we're going to take, we have several fish pieces here, and we're going to put these together. There's a lot of little pieces in this card, so make sure you don't lose them. And let's see here. So this is our fish, and let's see here. He has a little fin down here. So we're going to glue this on. Then he has a little fin here. And then his face. So we're going to actually put some glue on here. And, whoops. There's still glue on there. Let's see here. We're going to add in the face piece. And then we're going to add in the eye. So there is our little fish. He's all put together. Okay, we have a bobber, and it has two pieces. We're just going to glue the white piece onto the top of the bobber. Just like that. And our bobber's ready. And then the fishing pole has a little white dot that goes here. You have to be careful taking the fishing pole off of the cutting mat because it's very delicate. And then we have our little worm, but we're not going to worry about him right now. We're going to put him up here so we don't lose him with the fishing pole. And then we have these silver fish. You don't have to cut them out of silver. I did, but that's entirely up to you. You'll probably need to use a weeding tool to get all these little pieces out. So once I have those weeded, I'm actually going to take the top of the card piece and I'm going to glue these on. Now, there's a lot of open holes in this fish. So getting glue on the back of this, you're not going to get it all over the cutout pieces. So I just worry about the main pieces that are solid. I mean, you can put a little bit of glue across, but it should adhere pretty good. So we're just going to line it up on the fish. And we're going to turn the card over, and we're going to do the same thing with this fish. We're just going to put some glue on the back. There we go. Now we can glue our fish on. I have to say, using this glass mat is great because you can clean up messes very, very easily. So there's our fish gluing, and next we're going to go ahead and assemble the card now that we have the fishes glued on. And to assemble the card, it's actually very easy. You're going to take this side and this side, and we're going to put the slits lined up like that, and then we're going to do the same thing with the front, so that the card will fold down, but will also open up, as you can see. So that was very easy to put together. Once you have this together, you can go, and what I'm going to do is make sure everything's lined up as best as possible. Then we can add the back of the card, and I'm only going to glue around the edging. So I'm just going to glue around the edging because I don't want the slits glued. So put a little bit of glue in the center here, and then we're going to align this up on both sides, which is fun working with. Okay, so yeah, just align the sides and the bottoms out. Let's see here. This one didn't quite align correctly. So I'm going to peel that off and try again. Sometimes you have to open up the card to get the back to align up. And basically what the back of the card, the back piece is doing is making the card a little stiffer so that when you set it up, it doesn't collapse or anything. So, but as you can see, I have the back of the card on. So all we have to do next is add the other pieces, and our card will be done. So I'm actually going to use some foam dots for part of this. So for the fish, I use some foam dots. So I'm just going to peel these protective coverings off, and then we're going to put the fish down here like so, and then we have our bubbles, and we actually have 3 bubbles. So the little bubble I'm actually going to just glue on. So we're just going to put some glue on here, and we're going to glue this bubble on. And then this one I have a foam dot on, and we're just going to put this one here, and then this one goes there, and then our bobber, now for the fishing pole, I'm going to glue it on because you really can't put foam dots or anything on the back of it. And we're going to glue it on here. And then we have this tiny little worm, and it goes on there. So we're going to just put a little bit of glue on and then glue it on there. And there is your fishing card. And as I said, it sets up so that it can display, and it also folds flat. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to create the fishing card. Don't forget, you can put any sentiment you want on the back of the card whenever you're cutting it out in Design Space, and have your Cricut write what you want on the card. As you can see, this card is very easy to display once it is done. You can make this card for a variety of occasions, birthdays, Father's Day, even Mother's Day, if your mother likes to fish. You can even use it as a get well card or a thinking of you card. There's a lot of variety you can use this card for, and anybody who loves to fish will love this card. I've gotten quite a few compliments on the card's design. So I hope you enjoy making this card, and I look forward to crafting with you again. Happy crafting!